Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your bi-weekly reading. That's right, we're going to bi-weekly readings. So this is for the 16th all the way through the end of August, where we're looking at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Sagittarius. Now, right off the bat, I'm hearing get up and go. And we're going to see how the cards resonate with that, but that is the message I'm getting for you guys. We're going to look at career, finance, family, friends. Remember, career can be a project. It can be a nonprofit organization, whatever you do in your time. So we're going to start off this reading in the center. And if you have Sagittarius as your Venus sign, we're going to look at love in the end. But in the beginning, this is going to be the overall message. I'll continue to pull detail for each week. We'll look at adversity and a beyond card before we go to love. So the message for you is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is saying it's time for you to really pull the life lessons out and evaluate your life. So get up and go. For some of you, this is actually walking away from a situation that is very deceptive, very deceiving. I'm going to write that down. Get up and go. Because that is an important message, especially if you're in a relationship of any kind of relationship that is causing you mental harm, mental trauma. This is saying, I've learned my lesson in this relationship, even if it's a soul connection, even if it's something that actually at one point in time brought you a lot of satisfaction, it no longer is. So it is time for you to say, that's it, I'm done, I'm moving forward. So the overall lesson is whatever you were dealing with over the next 2 weeks, you are going to make a decision. Yeah, I don't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I don't want to do this. And you're going to pull the lessons, pulling each sword that carries a meaningful message that will help you in a valuable way in the future. And you're leaving the rest on the ground. That's a job well done, because that's not an easy thing to do. Oftentimes we'll run off with all the swords. Like we'll take everything even if we don't need it anymore. But this time, you've evolved, Sagittarius, and you've grown. So let's see what they want you to know the first week, and then we'll look at the second week. Now, this is the card, Wheel of Fortune, the card of Destiny, and that has come out for a few different zodiac signs. Not in this deck particularly, it's coming out in all the decks. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So let's talk about this a little bit. The card of Destiny, this is a Wheel of Fortune, this is a 10, this is a completion time, where when we reach a certain peak, a certain point, we say that's it, we're done. And that's what happens when our divine masculine and our divine feminine become in alignment with each other. When we are centered and grounded, then we can take the swords that are the lessons and walk away, leaving the rest behind, so we don't carry that old baggage with us. So that's a big job well done. This is part of your soul purpose, your life and soul purpose combined. So it may be dysfunctional relationships in career and working with coworkers and romantic partners, family. It can be with your own self. But the conflict that you've been dealing with is getting ready to change if you decide to go ahead and jump into that beautiful Wheel of Fortune circle. Because the planets are aligning, and it is the perfect time. This August 2022 is a pivotal month. It truly is one of the most powerful months of the year, where we are going to start new beginnings. That can be thinking and creating, taking the lessons learned, going to school and taking it with you to start a new endeavor. This Queen of Cups in the second week is an offer. It's an opportunity coming in where you're going to need those lessons. You're going to need to bring some of those swords with you. So as you make a job or career or a project transfer into another one, you're going to be even higher than where you were when you originally started there. With this new organization, you're going to reap more rewards because you're bringing more value to this particular situation, whoever the Queen of Cups represents. Now, in business, this could be a small to mid-sized organization that actually cares about their people. They want an environment that's happy and joyous. So we don't want to bring in those two swords lying on the ground to this new job, because that may actually turn out not in your favor down the road, but it is part of your destined plan. So it's like, get up and take those swords and go for it. This person, whoever this Queen of Cups is, that could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is somebody who has love in their heart. Okay, so this may be a family member for some of you where you're like, I'm done, and you're becoming even your own self. You're becoming Sagittarius, especially those of you who have those water sign in your chart. You're becoming very mature when it comes to love. This particular individual is equally, if you're meeting somebody new, they've grown, especially if it's family. This family member has been through a lot, and they have changed, and they've gone through this awakening process. And the awakening is huge. It is big, and it takes a while. It takes 2 to 3 years for the average person to go through the cycle and turn that beautiful wheel. It doesn't mean we don't have rewards along the way. We definitely do. But for the whole journey is going through all these different cycles, all of them aligning. So we go through 30-day cycles, year cycles, 3-year cycles, 7-year, 10-year. We go through all of these different cycles. And this one, for you guys, is a big one. It's a big one with a very big reward that you will be emotionally content and absolutely satisfied with. Now, the Queen of Cups also represents a person who is taken care of in every possible way, except they're trying to fill that cup. So this is you saying, I've learned my lessons and I am going to fill this cup. So let's see where this is going for you. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords and the King of Cups. So the 9 of Wands is that I'm so tired of doing the same thing over and over again. I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's true. We have put in so much energy. We have just like grabbed the flame out of the fire and jumped as high as we can. Keep doing that until we're tired, but yet we still have enough energy to persevere forward. So whatever you've been dealing with, that 8 of Swords is saying you're really not stuck. Grab those swords and move forward. Some of you, this is going to be a toxic relationship. It may not be you. It might be somebody around you. This may be your daughter-in-law. This may be your son. It can be different for each and every one of you. It could be you. But the 8 of Swords is saying there is a situation where the truth and the clarity is not, it's not visible, not to the human eye. You have to move through your intuition, through your heightened senses in order to see your way out of this situation. So as exhausted as you are, you're going to know exactly the right sword to take with you, and you're going to move forward. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, a beautiful pairing between two people. This may be you walking toward a new couple, and I feel for some of you this is 2 opportunities coming in. One is a love and romance type thing, or it could be family, because love is love, right? And the other one will be love of a career or a new project. So it's like 2 separate things are getting ready to come in, where it's like, how do I balance this out? Remember, you already know how to do this because you have that 7 of Swords in your energy field. So you're going to know which of these 2 opportunities to pick. You're going to know if you should pick them both, and you will be able to move out of those swords very, very freely, because this person can actually fit through those swords. So let's take a look at any adversities that may be coming your way. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands and the Prince of Swords. Now, if you remember, the message in the very beginning before I started pulling the cards was get up and go, and that's about action, and action has to do with the wands. So this whole reading is absolutely from my guided message, get up and go. Create a relationship that you want. buy a new house, build a new house. And for some of you, it's about your own inner balance, balancing everything out because you've been through a lot. And that Ace of Wands is saying you do have a new beginning coming, and it is going to be so exciting for you. Your dull days feeling stuck and bored, they are going to be gone, especially if you are relocating to a new home. Now, you have contracts that you need to take a look at. If you're purchasing a home, double check your contract. Make sure that there is nothing missing from it, because I believe that there may be a little bit of misprint. I'm going to use the word misprinted information. So double check whether that is a new home, a job, a travel. That's what I heard. So this is also the adversities. So when we're looking at the Four of Wands, this is the relationship card in the tarot. Your relationship with yourself and your relationship with other people, where you are really overcoming a great deal. And that's why you're so tired and worn out. The whole last 3-4 months may have been very exhausting. And for some of you, it's 3 to 4 years. However, it is starting a new beginning for you in the very end of August. Now, with this is that challenge of keeping yourself in balance so that you can grab that 10 of Wands and carry the burden just over the threshold where you're going to start this Ace of Wands. So we go from the 9 of Wands to the Ace of Wands, and that is okay. That means you just got to stay in balance. You're going to know exactly what to do. And then there's this, Prince of Swords, where I feel that some of you are dealing with a family member that it's like, they're very bratty. They speak nasty to you. There's just toxicity around this person. So you're like, I'm done. I'm moving out of this. And you're going to start a new route, a new path, a new life, with or without them. But I feel for most of you, you're like, yeah, no, I don't want this anymore. So you're actually going to take a very big leap of faith. And the challenge is going to be to do that. Stay balanced and start this new path built on your truth, built on your authentic self. And this does represent a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius individual. So let's go ahead and take a look at beyond whatever is going on to help you move beyond if this applies to you. And if you've already been through this, we want to help you move even further. So this is my Oracle deck, and the message that we have for you: collective consciousness, energy movement. Energy shifts are en route. Energy shifts can be very, very subtle, and the higher we are with the heightened senses, the better we can feel them. Oftentimes we can see them, but not necessarily. Generally, those energy shifts, it's an unknown feeling from within. Pay attention to the collective consciousness around you, the people who are actually awoken to reality. There isn't as many as we think, but yet there is still a whole lot of people out there that are seeing the truth around them. But the point is you want to make sure that you are in alignment with the energy flow, with the energy movement, so that you can make the right jump at the right time. You can grab those swords at the right time. Starting a new project, signing that new documentation. Some of you, this has to do with a new business where you are relocating from one area to another, and it is going to be dynamic. You might be going from a deserty type of an environment and moving into a more natural, greener type of an environment around you, but it is going to be an incredible opportunity for you. And remember, it is part of your destiny. So growing yourself, you may have felt stuck, growing your whatever's going on around you, this is that beautiful moment for you to take and make a big change. So those of you who enjoyed this, please thumbs up the video. We're going to take a look at love right now, but if you're leaving, I want you to have an amazing next 2 weeks. Watch for my daily videos as I am changing the platform and getting to that final part over the next several weeks where it will be permanent, whatever I'm doing. and I want you to be there with me. So we're going to take a look at couples and singles over here and whatever is coming for you. Now, for couples, we have the card of engagement, which is talking about moving your relationship, and it's right on top of the relationship card. Your relationship is going to go to a different level. Generally, that's a higher level because you've learned how to get along together, how to communicate together. 3-4 is very, very big for you guys. You may have been with them 3 to 4 years, and for some of you, you may have been dating them 3 or 4 years. You may have known them, but now what I'm trying to say is you're moving your relationship into a whole new level, moving in together, buying a house together, moving forward together. So pay attention to the energy shifts. I am doing a live energy reading at the end of the month, and that may help you out. And my readings are open and available for those of you who would like them. I have 20 available spots. Now, when it comes to singles, oh my goodness, you're getting ready to meet somebody, and the card is very soon. So what I'm picking up on is you're getting ready to meet somebody very soon who is in alignment with you, Sagittarius. If I called you Virgo before, I'm so sorry. I just did their reading. I hope I didn't, but I probably did. And everybody will go and down. And I'm so sorry if I did. Very soon, there is a change coming. That energy movement is going to create a new opportunity, a new person. But again, this is somebody you're going to really get along with. I feel for some of you, it's a Libra where you're going to get along with them quite well. And it doesn't matter if they're Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, whoever is coming in, it's like you're going to mesh. The two of you are going to actually fit well together, kind of like two hands connecting together, hand in hand, moving forward together. Because you both have been through a lot, and there is this deep bonding that you're going to create with this individual. Now, although you're going to meet them very soon, you're going to take the relationship a little slow so that you can really get to know them, because anybody that's trying to push themselves on you, constantly texting you, constantly calling you, reaching out, are you okay? Are you, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? That is somebody who is very toxic, and you do not want to be around that person. So very soon you're meeting a healthy-minded individual who comes with security and authentic self. So you guys, I hope this helps you. Have an amazing next 2 weeks. Much love.